I believe you are doing well in the Lord. I thank God for you. You are a blessing. Guys, I'm really sorry. Last week I did a quality friendship 6 and I said it was final, but unfortunately, the video did not upload. So, for those people who are not live, they missed a lot because I did a 20 minutes video, but it only updated 2 minutes and 50 something, 56 a second. So it was quite unfortunate, and that's why I'm here this hour. I just want to do a recap and to share the remaining 5 points of quality friendship, so that those who missed out will not complain again, like people are complaining we missed it out, like I didn't upload the whole of it. So I'm here again. I wanna redo it, and I'm really sorry for the inconveniences caused. Thank you so much. Just stay tuned. And I know that God will bless us and will do us good. And so the quality friendship, the qualities of a good friendship or a good friend that you have to consider while choosing or keeping one is a friend should be low to maintain. When I say low to maintain, these maybe people have standards and people have their way they have set their standards of living, the way they carry themselves. You find that people are saying that, oh, I cannot relate with so and so because of my caliber. Maybe she's in the low class, or someone is the class is too high for me, so I cannot accommodate them, or they cannot accommodate me. And so when you're choosing a friend, look at yourself. Consider your priorities, consider what you like much, consider what you love, consider the way you want people to operate. And that will make you choose a friend that will operate the same way you want. So maintaining them, it will not be very stressful, because you find that maybe you're working with people and this is their dressing code, and you find that maybe you cannot afford it, or still their fashion is like, for you it's something very awkward. You see, because there are people maybe who love officials, there are people who love maybe to wear on casual, there are people like, I don't know. There are people who love trousers, other people they love just to put on dresses. Maybe you don't like it. So instead of keeping on pushing and saying, I don't want this, I don't want this, pushing people to fit into your standard, no, you rather get someone who already fits in your standard, so that it will be not be expensive and difficult for you to maintain. Another thing is, maybe you are going out with these people, and uh, like your expenses, and let's say for example you're going out, when you're going out you're going to spend, so spending time with them, it's very easy and fun, whereby maybe they are not demanding a lot, like maybe the way they interact with people, it doesn't affect you in any way. And another thing maybe I can say is, like, let's say for example, you are busy, you need space, you need your own time. But because you're keeping these friends are like, they want you to be there. They don't care about your busy schedule. They don't care about anything about you. They don't even respect your busy schedule. These are very expensive people to maintain, because that means for you to maintain them, you have to keep your things on hold in order to make them appreciate your friendship. And in the other hand, you are the one who is suffering, and it will be a bit challenging. And so maybe, for example, after you've been busy for quite some time, reconnecting with people, it doesn't even affect them, because when you come and connect after your busy schedule, they're like, they don't feel like they have lost any of their time. They just feel like it's when we just parted for maybe 2 minutes or so, you know. So when you are becoming busy, you have your own things to do. uh these are the people, when you come back, they'll still appreciate. They will not scold you like, where were you, why didn't you come with us, why are you always busy, like, those people are very, very expensive to maintain. Another thing on how to consider a person that You want to know if you can maintain them also is looking at at people's personalities, because there are people who talk a lot, there are people who quiet, there are people with different characters. So you find that the character of someone, there is a character of someone that you cannot tolerate. That means you cannot maintain that person. There's a character of someone where whenever they rise up, you're like, oh my goodness, where did I pick this one from? You see, so that person is very, very difficult for you to maintain and expensive for you to maintain, because for you to reach to their standards, maybe you'll have to push yourself harder or lower yourself to that level, and yet maybe you don't want. So when you're choosing a friend, be very wise. Another people are these people that always in a gossip clubs, like you find them, they are gossiping, and you for you gossiping is not your style. So these people will be very, very difficult to maintain them, because you, when you're sitting somewhere, you're like, my friend is, where is my friend? Maybe she's somewhere talking this, gossiping about me, you see. And then they don't cause drama, you see. The people who are very low to maintain, they will never cause drama. Like, there are people who cause drama. Like, you can be called, like, this is your friend, come and see, she has done this and this and this and this and this and that. And you are like, oh my goodness, this is the kind of the person that I'm keeping as a friend. Now, to avoid all that stress, kindly, while choosing a friend, make sure you're choosing someone that is very, very low to maintain. Another thing is choose a friend that will respect your boundaries. Okay. Boundaries in terms of what? Like healthy boundaries in a relationship. They are very important, because they maintain that level of dignity and relationship. Because when you're keeping healthy boundaries, they are the boundaries that your friend will never cross, no matter what. Yes, we are friends, but there are certain boundaries that a friend will never cross. Because when you're setting a boundary, you set those boundaries, they help you work on your inner self. Because despite the fact that we are working so much to maintain our relationship, we are also working out so that you can maintain your interpersonal relationship, because you need a relationship with your own self. So if you don't have you have not created healthy boundaries among yourself, you'll find that you're creating much time with people and forgetting to work on yourself. And this one will bring maybe chaos unto you as an individual, because you always to have time for people, but you don't have time for yourself. Like, for example, you can tell your people, like, I need my space, like, just give me space, I just want to work on myself, I just want to do this and this and this and that. And a good friend will always respect that. But a friend that you will tell, I need space, like, maybe uh okay, maybe I want to go and pray and fasting for like 3 days. This friend doesn't want that. Is like, come, let's go out, let's go party, let's do this, let's do this, let's eat, you know. And yet I need my own private space, so that I can work on my own self. So if you find that this person is not respecting your boundaries, like when you tell the person, I need space, I need to think, I need to do my things, I need to, you can also, not even prayers, like, I need to think all myself, I just need to think about my business, I just want to know how my things will run, because I also have a very big vision, and I have a goal. So when you create time for friends and you forget about yourself, it can become a bit dramatic to you, because how can you be creating space for people, and yet you don't create space to work on your own self? So these people should respect your boundary, and also they may copy from you, like, oh my, if the so and so can create time to rethink or reconnect and do their own things, that means I also can spare some time and work on my own self. They can copy from you and you become a role model to them. Okay, another point is you choose friends that align with your goal. A friend that will always align with your goals, because uh, when you have they align with your, not necessarily your own goal, your future goal, but the friendship goal. Because when you are choosing friends, I know that you have goals. Like, why are you choosing friends? And as a matter of fact, what do you need friends for? You can stay alone in your own house, in a self-contained house, and you will be very much okay. But now you're looking for friends. Why do you want a friend? Like, let's say, for instance, you say that at this time, after I finished work, by this time I'll be socializing with people. What do I gain from people? You see, like you are setting goals, like this is what I want to gain from people. This is the reason as to why I want friends close to me, or something like that. There are people who don't talk. By then they don't talk. They have their socialization habit is too low. It's unless they are connected to you, that is when they can talk and share their things out. So maybe you are such kind of a person and you say like, I cannot share my things until I have a friend. So when you're choosing a friend, you know that okay, for me, I'm carrying the burdens, but I cannot share to everyone. But I just need a friend that will be close to me to understand me. That is when I'll share. So those are the goals that you want to achieve. What do you want to achieve from a friend? And the friends that you're choosing, do they align with your friendship goal? Are you achieving anything from them, or you are just seated there to pass time and say that I have friends, so and so is my friend? Things like that. And friends that you choose will always respect the goals that you make, and also they will share similar priorities to keep the relationship going. you know because okay, you can come to me, you have set your goals, like you've set your goals as an individual, and I say like oh, this is what you wanted to achieve in the relationship. And maybe on my side, I had set goals, yes, but maybe my goals were a bit minor. So when you are sharing your goals, or when okay, not necessarily each time you'll share goals, like in this relationship I want us to be here, but the way you guys are working together, someone is learning something from the other person, and you are like, wow, yeah, in this relationship I want to get somewhere. In this relationship we are heading somewhere. Even in the boy girl relationship, you say that you have found someone you are dating, and this person doesn't have goals. Like, what are you keeping that relationship for? You rather break that relationship and stay single, because we cannot work in a relationship that doesn't have goals. you know because every relationship must have goals. So you can set goals, and you're like, at this time I'll be hanging out, at this time I'll be doing this, at this time we will be doing this with friends. So when you set goals, it's very, very healthy for you and for maintaining your relationship too. Another thing is friends. When you are choosing a friend, you make sure that you're choosing someone that can keep secret. Wow. When we come to that point, that is when many, many friendship breaks, because somebody is saying that I opened up to someone, and the person disappointed me. I thought the person was a friend, the person was a good person, but later on, uh, maybe disclosed my secret, maybe said something that I never expected she can share, or he can share out there, and that is when the friendship breaks. That one has ever happened to me, because I shared with someone who I thought was a friend, but later I was very, very much disappointed in the person up to date. So when you're choosing a friend, make sure that you choose someone who can keep secret, you know, because something that you have to understand, or let's say for example, when you have chosen me as your friend, there is something that I always put in mind, that when this person has chosen me as friend, and this person has chosen to open up his most secret issues to me, that means the person has trusted me. There were many people that the person could have shared his issues with, but he chose me because he knew that I'm secretive, and at the same time I can offer a solution to that. So when somebody is sharing a secret with you, he has trusted you, and you know that when my secret is with somebody, or with so and so, or with this person, my secret is safe. So when you're choosing a friend, make sure you're choosing someone that is very secretive. Like, you're gonna tell somebody, this is what I'm working on. You will not go about saying, and there are very many people who are using people's secret and people's weakness to demean them, and they use it as a weapon. Like, maybe I have your secret. So I become a threat. Like, when I drop Faith as a friend, what will happen to me? Maybe she'll just say everything that I've been sharing with her. If you have such kind of a friend, and you realize that this person cannot keep my secret, or we are not aligning in the friendship goals and the things that we are running together. I remember we have been learning about these qualities from the first video I did. When you realize someone has not been consistent in this thing, please just run away from them, because run away today so that tomorrow they will not demolish your life and you say, I was sticking to the person because he had my secret. No. If they has disclosed one of your secret, just say it is okay. That is what they knew and they have used it, but now you keep it to yourself and you find someone else that you can confide in. And my dear, you are there, someone has trusted you. Kindly make sure you're keeping a secret of someone, because as they have trusted you with the information, yeah, the, you should feel privileged. You should feel privileged, like, hey, this person has chosen on me, like, out of many, has just seen that I'm privileged to carry this information for him or for her. And the only criteria or the only scenario where uh, maybe I will advise you maybe to disclose that secret is when maybe the person has shared with you a big secret, but this secret is a threat. Someone can come and tell you, I'm going through this and this is what's happening to me. Like someone say that I'm suffering a heartbreak, but I think the solution is suicide. When this person disappears for like a day, and the person has not called, you have not seen the person, you are like, my dear, where are you? If the person doesn't respond, you're like, hey, come and see this. My friend said that she want to commit suicide. Why? Because of heartbreak. It was a secret, but you have shared it. Why? Because it's a threat. At the only instant where we are supposed to share a secret is when you realize that this secret that the person has told me, yes, I'm so much willing and I have a big heart to carry it. I know I have the grace. But because or for the sake of the life of this person, I just have to find someone and tell. Like, somebody told me this secret, but I feel the person is in danger. Okay, you don't go about telling each and every person, but you just tell one person, maybe the person that you trust, or maybe a mentor, or the person that is ahead of you. That is the only person you can tell. We don't use it as we don't use it as a weapon to fight back our friends. Where you go to people like, I know her secrets, I know everything about her. Forget about that and be a good Christian. Thank you so much. Okay. Another point is a friend must be loyal. You know, okay, Okay, sometimes blind loyal can make you overlook things, like maybe there is a red flag, but because you trust the person and you are very very loyal to the person, or the person is also loyal to you, you forget about that. And maybe when there are things that are very threatening in life, you don't tend to see them. Why? Because of blind loyal. But I'm not talking about the blind loyal that will make you overlook the red flags and the toxic traits, but I'm talking about the loyalty of a friend. This is the friend that values this relationship. A friend that values loyalty will stick by you in highs and in lows. This is a friend that values loyalty. A friend that respects you the way you are. Like, you met me as a friend. We've been working together in this journey, building this friendship together, and you just trust us. You just trust me. I trust you. So you trust our relationship. You trust our friendship, and you are very, very loyal to that friendship, that you can never, and no matter what, you can never betray the friendship you know so when you are very very loyal to a friend and you trust the person, each and every time you are ready to give a shoulder for them to lean on. Like, you are there for people, you are there to offer a helping hand. Somebody's down, is saying like, things are not working, I'm at stake, like, I'm trying, I've really tried my all best, but nothing is really working. You are always there to offer a helping hand and to support the friend. And let's say, for instance, maybe you are working in the same company and you're keeping this person as a friend, and maybe a scandal happens, you always stick by your friend. You don't run because now this person is in a mess, I don't want to protect the shame with them. No, the person that takes glory must also take the shame, because we cannot be working together. We are friends. You are taking the glory, I take the shame. No, or the vice versa. It cannot happen. If we are friends, we are keeping the loyalty. So when there is anything to glorify in, we glory and we marry together. And when it is crying, we cry together. You know, now that is how we keep the loyalty of a good friend. A friend will always listen to the side of your story. If maybe you are found in a mess or in a chaos somewhere, I will always listen to the side of your story and will always defend you if there is need. Like, this person is right, like my friend is right, and I the person will stand by that, like you are right. When maybe you have done wrong and will tell you, hey, my dear, this one was wrong, but where you have done right, and the person must compliment and stand by your side. That is how the friends keep their level of loyalty. And these are the people who will defend you despite any benefit of doubt. Yeah, I'm done, guys. Thank you so much. I'm done. And I just want to remind us that despite talking about a good friend, there are also bad friends. You know, even in the Bible, there are friends. Many people were in the relationship, but they were very, very bad. They were very toxic, like a friendship that will lead you nowhere. You see. So, for example, like two or three characteristics of a bad friend, or qualities of a bad friend is a bad friend will go to your bad friend now. I'm saying bad. You'll go to that bad friend and you're like, oh my goodness, today I'm tired. Like, I had a hectic day. The day was very tiresome. I feel like I'm just exhausted. And they were like, hey, mine was even worse. They always make sure that they show you like their side was too worse than you. There are people that will come to and you're like, hey, manze, my things are not working. I don't even have money. Can you just give me 10 shillings? I want to buy kangumu. I take with what I will tell you. Heri wewe unataka tu 10 bob ya kangumu, mi ningepata tu hata 5 bob. You see, these people, they will make their issue look bigger than your own issue. But a good friend will always listen to your side of the story and is like, oh my goodness, I can help. They go an extra mile to make sure they're supporting their friends. A bad friend will always warn you up. A bad friend, I warn you that they will always warn you up. A bad friend is the person that will always, they're always demanding. They demand for love, they demand for care, they demand for everything, but they will never reciprocate. This is the person that you'll go to them when you're asking for a favor. Their favor is too bigger than you. So you are like, oh my goodness. But then, have you ever gone to a hospital? You go to a hospital, you are sick, and you look at the sick person and you're like, oh my goodness, kumbe hata mimi niko sawa. You see, now this is what the bad friend try to bring in the picture. Like, you tell them what you are going through, and they try to tell you what they are going through, and they cover theirs to make sure that their pain is more bigger than your own pain, and it makes you to give up on your own self so that you can chip in for them. Uh-huh. What else can I say? I said, bad friends, they make their problems look more significant than your own problem. Thank you so much, guys. I love you so much. I said sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I just came back to do this recap so that if you missed this video previously, you can catch up today. If you haven't gone through Quality Friendship 1, I did the Quality Friendship 1. That was introduction, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one is 6, the final one. I've wrapped it up all. If you've not written notes, if you've not understood, kindly just drop a question in my comment section. I'll be reading the question and I'll be answering you possibly, God willing. If not subscribed to my channel, kindly do so. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and make sure that bell is on. Yeah, make sure that thing is on so that each and every time I go live or I post a new video, you will be updated. Kindly like my video, share to family and friends. Let them also be blessed as you are blessed. I love you so much, and I always wish you all the best. Bye bye, and have a nice time. Thank you so much.